Welcome back to Curbrash. Apologies in advance that we missed last week. There was just some had some family emergencies, but we're back here. And honestly, it's what we have to talk about today is not pleasant. It's probably not going to be that funny. Um, it's unfortunate and beyond the picture that it paints against people like us who and people like maybe you who are listening who this hobby is important to you, it really makes it hard. It makes it hard to joke. We've made jokes about things like this happening before, and now it has happened, and we'll just get right into it. A young piece of shit man who apparently Nick will give you the rundown on this, but who has many charges doing similar things like this he has destroyed a family. He has killed a father of, is it two kids, Nick, or three kids?
Two.
Two.
Yeah, it's two.
He's killed a father of two children. He has
Oh, no,
changed.
sorry. Three. You were
It
right.
is okay. It was
I
three.
just double checked the story. It's three.
He has killed the father of three children. He has changed the trajectory of these kids' lives forever. He has robbed them of possibly any happy future and has placed an unbearable burden on a family because of the most ridiculous bullshit. And this is not to be a bit selfish too, but beyond the horrible, unbelievable things that he's done to this family, he's also yet again put the blame on everybody like us. Well, like us who are not like him, who aren't selfish, who want to enjoy our hobby, and who don't destroy lives. And Nick, you can take it away. I was much more composed before we started, but like I fucking hate this guy. I hate this guy so much. Do you want to rip it and just we'll go from there?
Yeah, I mean, well, I found out about it because I'm part of the Supra WhatsApp group, and uh, the friend or a friend, I mean, maybe it's their only friend, I don't know, of the person that did this was in the WhatsApp group, and then they got kicked out a little earlier today. Um, but I mean, yeah, like normally we keep things sort of lighthearted and funny, but a bit more of a somber topic today. If anyone is following this outside of the podcast or heard it before, it's the I don't quite know how to say their name. It's either Cristillo or Cristillo family. It happened in Whitchurch, Stouffville, so north of Toronto. Um, but basically, they were driving down the road, and the person that caused this was driving the other way. From everything I can gather, presumably in the wrong lane, and hit them head on. So it was a head on impact. The father died on impact, and the three daughters that were in the car sustained life altering injuries. It did just happen, so there's no sort of details on what the injuries are, um, or really what happened to them beyond that. I think there was the person who caused the accident. His name is Chaiwan.
Yeah,
Um,
Jaiwan, and who gives a shit about pronouncing his last name?
yeah, I don't. I'm not even going to bother with that. So there was a bail hearing today that's apparently going to continue tomorrow. I don't know if they're going to get out on bail. It kind of sucks to say, but Ontario does have quite the history of just letting people like this out on bail, as much as I don't agree with it. Um, but yeah, and then to top it all off, the mother of the family is apparently fighting stage 4 cancer currently, I believe it is. I think it's breast cancer.
Jesus.
Um, with a not very low, but not very high survival rate beyond 5 years, from what I've heard. Um, so really, um, sort of destroyed the family there by driving in the wrong lane, probably going way beyond the speed limit. I mean, I guess if you can grab any sort of good news from this, the GoFundMe for the family apparently has crossed $400,000. We can include the link for the GoFundMe when we
Yeah.
post the podcast later if anybody else would like to donate. Um, but yeah, I mean this is probably going to be the lion's share of the podcast today. So if you don't like listening to somber topics or this is not your cup of tea, by all means, feel free to go do something else. Otherwise, keep listening to us. Um,
We
I
won't hold it
did find
against you.
out. Yeah, we won't hold it against you. I did also find out through the Supra WhatsApp again, but the person that did this is the same person that sideswiped Doug Ford when he was in the OPP vehicle back in January. I thought it was last summer, but it was actually back in January.
Wow.
Yeah, so if anyone remembers when Doug Ford got sideswiped by a Supra, it was this person. And they didn't own the Supra, it was their friend that owned the Supra, and they were actually in the WhatsApp group. And they got kicked out of it earlier today after everybody sort of cooked them in the chat because they were trying to defend this person.
How could you defend? I'll be real, Nick. If you did this shit, not saying that you would, but if I got a phone call at 3 a.m. and it was like Nick did something bad, I'd be like, well, delete your number. I'm not gonna defend you, dude. Like, that's wild shit. That's a good friend on his end.
I mean, like if you called me from jail and said, hey, I got pulled over because I was doing 230 and a 100, I'd probably come bail you out. But
yeah,
if you were like, hey, I killed a family of 3, like,
yeah, you'd hang up. I think that's the correct response.
Understandably so, I think. Like,
that's crazy that he was. So he defended. Just to be clear, he defended him from killing a man. Like,
yes.
Not just the Doug Ford thing. I could see like your friend being like, he was dumb, but he seriously defended a guy who killed a father.
Yeah, like I can go back in the chat and get the receipts.
Please, yeah.
There, but I don't necessarily want to post them publicly.
Sure.
But I can go.
No, I wouldn't. You don't have to post it publicly.
Receipts.
If you can just give us a couple highlights, because honestly, any bad things that come this guy's way, I don't care that he's 18. This is the thing. I get tired of people quantifying bad behavior by like age, because I knew, I always knew, for example, stealing is wrong, right? I understood. We grew up, not rich. We grew up a little poor. Like, I knew stealing was not correct. You know what I mean? I don't know what world you have to live in where you can dismiss the behaviors of someone like this. I know these things happen with youth, but I'm not going to lie to you. The rap sheet is fucking crazy. To start by, we were talking about this before, but I just want to re-hit this again. So not only did he sideswipe Doug Ford, the premier, or if you're an American and you're listening, basically like our governor of our province, he was in a police SUV at the time. So this kid sideswiped
a PP vehicle.
A marked Ontario Provincial Police vehicle. On top of this, Doug Ford was leaving a like nuclear site for like, I guess, nuclear power generation. It sounds like the start of a war. Like, if you replaced Doug Ford with Franz Ferdinand, I'd be like, yep, that's right. That's how this World War III starts. So I don't know, man. But then not only to do that, but then to be somehow if that was my kid, not that he wouldn't be alive, but let's just say he lived through sideswiping the premier with his friend Supra, which Wild, his friend, trusted him with a Supra and then continued to defend him. I would never let him leave my house again. He would be in the basement chained to the water heater. Like, it's bad enough.
Somebody at the age of 18, I wouldn't need to worry about going to jail because I'd probably die the next time I went home anyways.
Yeah. I would have been beaten to death.
Anybody here that has immigrant parents probably understands what we mean.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you have what part of the world your immigrant parents are from.
Yeah.
You know what we mean.
But that's the thing. You can't, it's not even the crime you did. It's that it made news and now you've brought shame upon your family beyond the crime itself. They're like, they know us now. Like, You really did a number. And apparently, again, not his. This can't be the first instance. Like, I'm sure he has lots of others. You were saying he had a bunch of tickets, no?
Yeah, just other
Yeah.
stuff that didn't make the news, but
Sure, I'm sure
um,
nickel and dime shit, but still, it adds up.
yeah. Let me see here. You know what? I'll upload the screenshots to our Discord right
Sure,
now.
I'd
That
love
way
to see it.
I can just read them there. Um,
I can't wait to see the bad grammar that attempts to defend. Like,
I don't know if they're gonna post in chronological order, but there they are.
that's okay. I just can't believe. All right, let's have a look. Let's get the chronological order going. 138. Okay, they're all in the wrong order. So we start with this one. It wasn't me. It was my boy. He was driving a bit too fast and crashed. Everyone is fine, which is good. Your boy at 18 years. Okay, so this is. I'm assuming when he crashed the
That was
Supra.
back when he hit the premiere.
Right, when he hit. Okay, that's when he hit Doug Ford. You still friends with him? He said, yeah, and what? That's wild. Dude, if I crashed into Doug Ford driving your Supra, we would not be friends anymore, I assume.
Oh no, he said yeah and what? Like that's now after this accident.
No, I understand. Like, he's still friends with him after all that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever encourage/enable his degenerate behavior? I didn't, but my choice to be someone's friend because of their actions is up to me, not you, not this group chat. Yes, his actions were stupid. I'm not saying these deserve punishment. I feel for the... Are you serious? Okay. Your friend is a dumbass. That's crazy. Wow. He's really defending him.
Yeah.
You don't think I tried talking to him about slowing down? So he doesn't care for his friend's words or advice. You care for him, but he doesn't seem like he cares what you say. And they removed him. That's bad.
Yeah. I forget the reason the admin's like I didn't remove him because of what happened. I removed him because he didn't verify that he actually owned a Supra, but we all know he got removed because of
I mean,
what happened.
I would remove him for that. I think that's the correct answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are the receipts. He was defending the person that killed a man and crippled 3 young children.
I understand defending your friend when they do something stupid. I understand bailing them out of jail.
There's a limit to it.
There's a limit. Yeah, that's what I was getting. There's a limit. I think what would it be, vehicular manslaughter? I'm sorry. I don't even feel right making a joke like that. I had to pull it back. I think that at this point you need to fucking disconnect from that. That's crazy. Like, he should be alone in the world. He should know what it's like to feel alone in the world the way that those kids are gonna feel. Like, fucking.
Yeah, like I feel like he should probably get, I don't know, I'd say at least 30 years.
I think it should be treated as murder. That's my hope, is that it's not
30 to 45 years, I think.
At minimum 25. At minimum. So,
Because it's not like he was doing it, I don't want to say unconsciously or subconsciously, but it's like it clearly wasn't his first offense. He did it with intent. That's
yeah.
That's how
he has a history of extremely reckless driving resulting in possible bodily harm. So like I would be like, I mean, granted, thankfully, however you feel about Doug Ford, you don't wish violence on people, but like, you could have been injured. Like, you can't do that shit. Like, I know it's a crazy stance for me to take. You can't hit people with your car, but like, man, this is next fucking level. Like, that's
yeah. You can't just crash. You know what? I'll preface it. Like, if we all owned beaters, I could see us doing some Top Gear shit where like we drive into each other at a stoplight.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't think any of us would ever willingly like cut into oncoming traffic to try and make a pass or something if it's not perfectly clear that we're going to be able to make that pass.
Yeah. I can tell you with 100% certainty I would never do anything like that. I've definitely passed in places where passing was not allowed, but
Yeah, I mean, like we've all been on cruises together, right? Like we pass traffic that's moving slowly, but like, it's never on a blind corner or never like cresting a hill or anything like that. It's
No,
always, there's clear visibility and there's, nobody coming the other way or the person coming the other way is, you know, just barely a speck on the horizon.
no, we've never done anything like that. I watch people. I will say I drive up north a lot. Like I visit my friend in Sault Ste. Marie, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've seen people do that shit where it's, or even not even that far up north, like even out, your way out Grimsby, whatever, where they'll pass. Like I saw someone do it on fucking North Service Road in Oakville the other day, like, or a couple weeks ago. They just passed like on the oncoming lane with not enough room to make it, and like they barely got
Yeah.
back in. I'm like, how are you? Like, do you not fear for your own life? Do you think you're invincible?
I I was on a cruise with someone once that did that. Oh my God, it was like peak COVID. It was one of uh my girlfriend's friend's boyfriend who we're no longer friends with. Not because of that, for other reasons, but um I was driving with them and we were actually on Ridge Road
Right.
and I had a clear opening, so I made a pass and then I kept like a decent, again, we've been on cruises. I keep a decent pace, but not like an egregious speed.
No, it's not
So I just
dangerous.
sort of kept on going, and then I watched him in my rear view mirror pull out to pass the same car with clearly not enough room, and he ended up having to go onto like the gravel shoulder on the oncoming side to not get into
Jesus.
an accident. If he waited like 3 more seconds, he would have been able to make the pass
I
because
don't
the other car,
understand.
the oncoming car, would have gone past him.
If
But it's just, I guess, that kind of judgment or impulse control.
That's the thing, right? Is like that. Yeah. Like, first of all, I'm real with you. I'm glad you're not friends with someone who puts themselves and others into that kind of danger. That's a starter.
Yeah, you know what? He was in a V6 Mustang. That's enough said.
And there it is. Every time. Um, no. So I just, how that guy is probably, I don't know.
You
That
know
guy
what?
needs to reevaluate.
He's seemingly turned things around since. Um, so I won't pass judgment on them as a person now, but at the time,
At the
it was
time,
just a really
dumbass.
stupid move to watch.
Yeah.
It was just one of those like, why the fuck did you do that?
No, I mean it's really, yeah. Just pulling it back to this. So this guy this guy has destroyed lives through his like, basically he's, I don't think, have you ever seen that clip of the guy being like, I think he should be under the jail? Like, I agree. I think if you kill someone through like being an idiot like this, they should just shoot you in the head. Like, they should just put you down like the
Yeah,
dog you are.
yeah. I mean, you mentioned it, but I literally saw that clip like earlier this week,
Yeah.
just on Instagram. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Ontario has just a really bad habit of just letting people out on like peanuts for bail, literal peanuts.
Right.
When like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I really do feel like it should be at the very least a 25-year minimum at this point.
I think that
You
if
know,
you like, I understand that sometimes things do happen that are more so out of your control, and then sometimes it's like, well, you should have been paying better attention. There are things that seem like they're out of your control, even if maybe they were, but you didn't have the faculty to put it together. This is not one of these things.
like yeah, like I could understand leniency if it was like, all right, it's you know they have no priors. They otherwise seem like an upstanding member of society as much as you can be at 18 years old. Um, and it was just a really bad judgment call on a pass in a passing zone or something. Then I'm not saying it's justified, just fine, you
No.
can have some leniency and, maybe 10 or 15 years instead of 25. Whatever. But he clearly was doing whatever he was doing with the intent of doing it and has a history of doing it. So,
So what?
I think
Yeah. No, I
leniency goes
agree
out
with
the
you.
window in that case.
I really, really hope that there's zero. I know that there will be. I'm depressed. I know that there will be because the country and the province that I used to be fucking proud of, I can't stand these people anymore. I can't stand watching people like forget the auto thefts, right? Forget all that crap. I'm not worried about that. In this moment right now, looking at this case, I'm not worried about that shit, right? I'm worried about this shit. I'm worried about someone's dad is dead. Like two girls, whatever we were talking about earlier, like two girls are like irreparably damaged for the rest of their lives, and the other one has broken bones, and the mother is going to have to hold all this together without her partner. And this guy is probably going to end up getting fucking leniency. Cancer. Huh? While battling cancer. As if like you needed a morale boost and you got the exact opposite.
Yeah. Terminal
you're robbed
cancer.
of like, yeah, you're robbed of the person who's supposed to be there for you. Completely avoidable because some dickhead decided that he wanted to pass right now. And like that, all the other shit, letting thieves out of jail, all the other crap, I will forgive all of that shit and not even think about it for a long time if there's actual fucking like, not that there's never going to be justice. I also hate that. Let there be there's no justice. You can't resurrect the dad. And then kill him. That's the only real justice. It's never going to happen. But make sure that kid's life is fucking ruined. Like, he better be fucking 50 when he gets out of jail.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
At the very least, he is 18 now, so there is no like he can't not be tried as an adult.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past our legal system to do that. I don't even know how the fuck he has his license. Let me say that. I don't know how he has his license still, because I was reading some of the articles go on to say that with the Doug Ford situation, he like faced a 30-day driving ban, which is mandatory after a stunt driving charge. But as for dangerous driving, the police at the scene opted not to arrest him, but instead give him a Form 9 appearance notice, meaning he could continue driving without restrictions until his trial, which was supposed to be this December. So not arresting this kid probably caused this crash.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Like,
which like I can understand a 30-day driving ban for like, like whatever. If you get pulled over doing $150 in a 100 or $160 in a 100, like, I've done it before. I chose to do it. If I get pulled over, that's my problem. I'll take the 30-day ban. But like, if you sideswipe an OPP vehicle carrying the Premier,
yeah, there's literally no worse.
That is like the worst form of quote unquote stunt driving that you could possibly get caught for.
Yeah. And I doubt that anybody listening to this disagrees with us, but I just want to make something abundantly clear. When the difference between anything that an automotive enthusiast who wants to enjoy the drive does and what this guy did is leaps and bounds. Me driving a bit fast on a highway or a bit fast on a twisty road within reasonable confines of the like mechanical grip of my vehicle is very, very, very different. Sorry?
Not around lots of traffic.
And not around lots of traffic.
Busy in the country roads, then you're screwed. You're going with the pace of traffic.
Yeah. It's not the same thing as running into like doing. First of all, okay. It's not the same as crashing head on into oncoming traffic. If I bump someone or I have a small fender bender, like that, those are like, not that I'm saying that that's a common occurrence, but those are orders of magnitude different. This person has no mental faculty of risk assessment, no understanding of how to behave in fucking general society. That is made very obvious by the laundry list of fucking tickets he has. Amazingly still has a license. Amazingly still has an idiot friend. Moaz, if you're listening, fuck you. Amazingly still has an idiot friend who's willing to lend him his fucking Supra. Like, I can't even fathom borrowing anybody's car, let alone like ripping my friend's like $60,000-$70,000 sports car. Like, that does not compute.
I don't feel comfortable driving other people's cars.
No.
I'll do it, but generally not in any sort of really aggressive manner.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'll drive like if somebody needs a car from point A to point B. I have delivered vehicles for a variety of companies, you know, and sometimes it's, hey, we're going to drive a bunch of trucks up and we're going to take a van back or something for like a delivery, right? Of like fleet
yeah, well, it's
vehicles.
like John let me drive his RX-7,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it. It was fun, but I didn't push it
No.
because I don't want to be the one responsible if the engine goes bang or
No.
worse.
Or worse. We That's the thing too, and this is, I don't want to bring it into like, I feel wrong bringing it into like just the idea of like learning how your car, or like how far you can push a car, what is within the reason, like, you know, but there is an understanding that you can drive a vehicle and know what the capabilities are. But that has nothing to do with this. This has nothing to do with him learning of it. This is just senseless, reckless
Oh,
driving that is going to be lumped in with people like us. That's it. Like he creates torment, turmoil. He creates a situation like this, and then it's people who suffer the consequences. Obviously, the victims in this case, and then like as a chilling effect or whatever you want to call it, like regular car enthusiasts like us. If you don't think, and this is not to be like I'm the real victim, but just to say, if you don't think you're going to see an enormous surge in like enforcement after this, you're fucking dreaming. Like it's just gonna fucking happen. You're gonna see a lot more of people getting pulled for bullshit, or you know, like cops being like not giving any leniency because of the actions of
pretty
somebody
much
else.
the few ruin it for the many.
Yeah, the few always ruin it for the many. It's always been like
I mean,
this.
like you see that with like York Regional Police already. Like they shut down like any meat that they find at this point, private property or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably going to get worse. We're probably going to see more of the um enforcement campaigns that they love to do so much because of stuff like this.
Yeah. No, that we are. It's not a. It's not a. We are. We are going to see more of it. It is a. You know what? I'm not even. It's. I don't even. I'm not even mad at them. Like I get it, right? Because they don't. They don't know, right? They don't understand. Like it's not their fault. It is very hard. This is the only time I'm going to say this. It is very hard for an officer on the outside looking in to differentiate between somebody like me or you or someone like that kid. And the only real way, you know, right? You can get into it. You can understand that a morning meet, but this is the thing. Morning meets never get hassled, like almost never, right? Because they know the crowd. But like, I like hanging out in a, you know, I like getting a bubble tea, hanging out a lot at night. But like, I get it.
Yeah.
That's the crowd that does shit like this. Like, I used to be way more mad at the OPP and whatever police forces. I'm not mad anymore. I'm annoyed, but like, what are you gonna do? Like, it creates situations like this. It kills people. That's why we'll be going to morning meets for the rest of our lives. Basically, I think is the story there. Like, fuck.
Yeah, because the hooligans sleep in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not mad at OPP. I'm again like you. I'm more just annoyed because like I understand why they have to do it, but the result of them having to do it is like just the other week I got a no front plate ticket
Oh yeah.
because and what whatever it is what it is. I'm the one that chooses to not run the front plate, but
It's what it
still,
is.
it's like I wasn't doing anything else.
So where did that take
We
place?
just sorry.
So where did that take place? I said, like, were you driving and they got you? Or were you just
Yeah,
like
so
parked in there?
I was in Binbrook going towards Smithville on a back road, like empty back road. There was like one other car behind me, literally middle of nowhere.
Right.
And the cop was sitting in like a church parking lot and he pulled out in front of me. And I don't think he pulled out in front of me with the intent to pull me over. I think he pulled out in front of me and saw in his rear view mirror at some point that I didn't have a front plate. Because for a little while I was like, all right, it's whatever. He's in front of me. I'll just like the next left or right, I'll turn and I'll be fine. Um, but I guess at some point he noticed, so he pulled off to the side and got behind me. And at that point, I was like, "Yep, I'm cooked. It's
Yeah.
over."
As soon as he
And
checks where the car's registered, it's over.
yeah, so um, yeah, he pulled me over like 300 feet down the road, and I got a no front plate ticket. He wasn't
Yeah.
an asshole about it or anything. He was just like, I noticed you don't have a front plate. You can't drive a car without a front plate. And I was like, "Yep."
You
And
say,
he's
yeah,
like, "All
I
right."
know.
Took the ticket. I just paid it today, $110. So
Yeah.
it's my first one this year. So doing the boy math on it, it's $7 a month over
$7 a
the
month. Cool car tax.
if you spread it out over the year, so not that bad.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, generally they don't care, but they will start caring more now because of dumb shit like this.
Well, they're gonna start caring like all for everything now. Like that's the thing. It doesn't shock me. I mean, like I don't know the no front plate thing. Like I think it's silly. Like they only actually care. And they fight against the removal. There was a time when Doug Ford was like, oh, we don't really need him, and the OPP like lobbied for it because that's how
Oh
they get
yeah,
tickets.
because yeah, it's a revenue stream for them
Yeah,
because I don't know. Anybody
yeah,
that goes to any sort of cars and coffee or car meet, you see cars with no front plates all the time, especially exotics.
yeah. I mean, even if you get two of them a year, three of them, four of them, like if the point where you own an exotic car, like that is a meaningless number to you anyway, right? Like that.
Yeah, like up until a certain point, it's sort of just this is going to sound a little bit holier than thou, but it's just sort of a subscription fee.
It's not holier than thou. I mean, like it makes sense. Like the reality is that no crimes are so like they say insane shit, right? Like the reasoning for it is like, well, criminals are easier to catch if they have front plates. I'm like, do you seriously think that a criminal, like they all steal cars to do crimes? If I was a criminal, I would not do crime in my own car. I'm not a criminal.
Yeah, I don't know. Like for me, it's like if the front plate is really the only difference between, like if you really feel like the front plate is the only difference between solving and not solving a case, then you're not going to solve that case to begin with.
Yeah, I mean I
Let's
wholeheartedly agree with you.
let's be honest, but
Well, yeah, they like to pretend that it's not the case, but it absolutely is. Yeah. Oh, oh wow, it's been a bit. This head-on crash that we've been talking about, August 3rd on Highway 48 near. Okay, I didn't realize it was August 3rd. I thought it was very recent.
oh yeah, I thought it was very recent. I mean, I guess if the bail hearing was today, that's probably why we're hearing more
I
about it.
Yeah, I'm seeing some video coverage. I'm just wondering if we were a little bit curious about what kind of vehicle
It's the long
the
weekend.
piece of shit was driving. It's what?
That was the long weekend, so two weekends ago.
Yeah. Oh, that was a long weekend. You're right. Yeah. So it's been about a week and a bit. Just curious. It's a morbid curiosity, but like what kind of vehicle it was, but I don't know.
The does he fit the stereotype?
Yeah. I mean, I'll be real with you. There's so little left. I That's hard to watch, man. Yeah.
I think I found the video, but I can't really see
Yeah. I
the.
mean,
I mean, obviously there's um like OPP and ambulances and flashing lights and everywhere around it, so there's really not much to see in the way of the footage.
yeah. No, there's not much going on here that you could see, but I think this is the thing, right? Is like at the end of the day, like if you I know we don't have a huge reach, but I do want to say this, like if you are a parent and you have a kid and you stumble upon this because you have a child who is very much into cars and it worries you, like one is don't always assume that you should immediately be worried and he's going to repeat this behavior, or she, we are not sexist, but talk to your kid, and maybe try your best if you can to get involved and care about what they like, because I think having a parent around kind of dulls your insane desires to do crazy shit when you're young. I know for me that was always the case. You know, like when my parents were around, I never did wild shit, but you know, call me crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You had a dad. Had you still have? He's still there. You have a dad who's interested in cars, Nick. Like, what do you think that that's a like? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it helps. Like it's not just my dad; it's sort of
Sure.
my family. Um, but like we're interested in different things, but it was nice and I guess helpful not just to have someone that I could ask questions to or that could, show me and how to do things and the basics of working on cars and whatnot, but being exposed to it from such a young age and around it all the time, you sort of learn what's like, I don't want to say what's allowed and what isn't allowed, but what's like kosher, I guess, like what's acceptable
Sure. Yeah.
versus what isn't. Um, and then yeah, like, when is it acceptable to drive a little spiritedly or enthusiastically? What scenarios? What are you looking for in the environment?
Yeah.
Because I feel like without that, you sort of guess or ego takes over and you just want to go fast. It doesn't really matter what the environment is like. So it's helpful to have that mentorship.
Yeah.
But on the I don't want to say on the other side of that, but also to like um okay, so it was like how we're really sort of jaded about the car community?
Always have been. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just sort of always been that way because growing up I had people around me to like point something out and say that's a piece of shit.
Right. So you were exposed to a sort of a taste making experience very early.
Yes, like I was essentially taught from a young age like what makes a good quality project or car or whatever versus what is distasteful and
Right.
shitty and just not good. And then over time you just sort of start connecting the dots of like the type of people that own shitty and distasteful and not good versus the type of people that own you know well built, well thought out, well planned, and high quality.
Yeah. No, it's very true. I think because I'm trying to, I don't want to happen, like the police thing we can handle. Like it happens, like we're all adults, like we'll take our licks
Yeah,
if
and like
we
it admittedly it is cyclical because like in the early to mid 2000s, for example, there was the police were hassling people in the car scene then, and like back then it was like they'd pull you over and pop your hood and you had to match the VIN number on the engine or whatever, the VIN number on the chassis, and if they didn't match you had to be able to prove why,
yeah.
otherwise your shit's gone.
Otherwise they'd assume it's stolen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's what it was back then. It was theft.
Yeah.
But it is all cyclical, and I think we're coming on the next sort of period of high enforcement.
I guess the thing I'm worried about is like I don't want like we can deal with OP people. What I don't want is for like parents to dissuade like young guys who in a large way this could be a positive experience for them to be involved in cars. Like, you find community, you find people who have the similar disease that we have. Um and like you're able to kind of grow and learn, like you even learn, like you were saying, like you kind of learn like what's correct and what's not, you know what I mean? And like I just don't want to have a generation of car guys like basically like put under a thumb of their parents and not able to kind of grow because the parents worry about them turning like all of us are exactly like this. All of us are reckless. All of us are psychos. you know that's my worry.
Yeah, our
I,
enthusiasm is good. You just need to spend a little bit of time to learn about it and look in the right places.
Yeah. And I don't, and I said it earlier, I want to bring it back to this. I don't want this to become a conversation about like maturity, because I don't think this is maturity. Because I'll tell you, I think I've mentioned this, but I'm happy to retell it because I do think it's important in this context. When I was much younger, like over a decade ago, right? We're talking like I'm still like in my teens, like I was probably like 19 or whatever. I used to speed way fucking more, like way more. Like I'm invincible, right? And I I like I think I said I think I mentioned this, but my biggest ticket was 149 in a 100, which is one from impound. And that was a really horrible experience. And I know a lot of people
They
agree with
been an
this.
impound.
Yeah, the first thing the cop said when he walked up, he went 149. One more, it would have been an impound. And I was like, I just shit myself immediately. But what is important to know, like, you know, most parents know, like, if your kid fucking electrocutes themselves or like hurts themselves, they'll learn it and they're never going to do it again. I used to drive way faster than that. I'm not proud of it. I'm not saying this is a badge of honor. I'm just saying it as it is. I used to do that when I was 19. I got caught at 149. The world taught me a really hard lesson, right? Since that day, I will never forget that feeling. Ever. I never go over impound, is my personal rule. I know for some people that's like, oh, you're still doing 149. All I'm saying is you learn these things, you learn how to operate within society, and you learn its rules by experience. What upsets me the most, all of this is to say, I learned that. What upsets me so much about this is this kid has so many fucking tickets before this. He sideswiped Doug fucking Ford, and still, nothing fucking changed in his head, which means it's not an issue of maturity. He was served every single opportunity to learn and grow and develop, I don't know, self-preservation at the minimum. I'm not even saying empathy to others, self-preservation at minimum, and he never found that.
Introspective thought.
Sorry?
Well, I said just like even just introspective thought of like, maybe I should not do this
Yeah.
as daringly, because again, we've all been in the middle of nowhere on a back road with nobody else around, and like, yes, we've sped
Yeah.
egregiously at some points, but if there's nobody else around and I hit a pole and crash into a field, that's my problem.
Yeah. Yeah. When I got pulled over at 149, I was like on a relatively dead highway. There was one other car on a 4-lane highway. It was not like I was swimming through traffic like some of the young idiots do these days. God, I'm old. But like,
Yeah.
it feels bad. But look, you can do dumb shit. That happens, right? Your teenagehood is just your idiot phase, and you learn.
Pick your moments.
Pick your moments. That's as long as you pick your moment to be dumb. And when you get caught, fucking just go, yeah, I did that shit, and learn your lesson. And as long as you learn your lesson after the first time, 99% of the time, you're gonna be okay. But this is the thing. That's why I can't chalk this up to immaturity. How the fuck do you keep doing this shit? And not just with your car, with other people's cars. And hit the premiere. And now kill a fucking father. And like,
Yeah.
You can't. Like, that's what I worry. I worry that the judge is going to look at this and he's just going to go, you know what? He's young and he's what? No, it's not. He's been young. He's been young and stupid for every other charge he's faced. He was young and stupid when he hit Doug Ford. Like, this is beyond. This is someone who is not capable of operating within society. There is an issue with his mental faculty, whatever you want to call it. And we're all paying the price for his bullshit. In some small way, mostly the family. I want to make that I don't want to ever be taken out of context on that. Just we're all going to eat it somehow, is all I'm saying. I don't know, man. I'm very fired up. I thought I was going to be less fired up about this, but it's just, the more I think about it, the more we talk about it, I'm just, shockingly, I'm upset.
Well, I mean, it's a absolutely shit situation all around.
Yeah.
I mean, for the family especially, but like you said, like it's gonna have a butterfly effect, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We all collectively pay in some way, shape, or form for the crimes of our community.
Yeah, and yeah, like I don't really trust the Ontario courts to not just let him out on bail again.
If he gets let out on bail, I would be amazed if somebody doesn't get his ass. That's all I'm saying. I would be amazed. If he ends up at like a car meet or something, like after this, like if you recognize him, just make sure that you like don't do anything violent. Don't okay. And this is if he gets out. Make it clear who he is and get him to leave. We don't want any part of this guy. We don't want him anywhere near us. You don't want him anywhere near you. Like at a certain point, how many crimes does it take before we figure that out?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I mean, like I know we say like one crime at a time, but this is a little bit like this is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
No, this isn't a joke anymore.
I mean, if your one crime at a time results in, vehicular manslaughter, if that's what the charge even is, I honestly don't know what it is because I never been in that scenario, nor do I want to be in that scenario. Um, but if that's what your one crime at a time is, then you don't need to be a part of the car community.
No, you don't need to
We
be a
we
part of society.
you can just go to jail.
Yeah, you can stay there. You can get murdered by another inmate. I don't care. Yeah,
I
we
mean,
joke a lot,
if
but
he
yeah.
does end up going to prison, he probably won't be looked on too favorably in there.
Oh no, oh no.
He's not gonna have a good time.
Yeah, maybe a good time to talk about the other vehicular manslaughter case because we
Yeah,
both
that one is the one that you know more about.
yeah. So we're gonna put that away for now, but we're gonna talk about something that happened a few years ago. That it actually happened. Wow, I'm looking at it now. The news article is just from a few days after I started. I was working at an agency. I'm not gonna say what agency or what we did, but I guess it doesn't matter. But just we built brochures and stuff for you go to buy a new build home or something, and you see the brochures, that kind of agency, it's doing graphic stuff, and somebody who used to be a client killed three children and their grandfather on Kirby Road. So that's Mark Muzo faced 18 charges after three siblings and grandfather killed. This case ends badly. I think he ended up getting some small amount of time in jail. So basically the story is that he was driving drunk in his, I think it was a Jeep Grand Cherokee, if I'm not mistaken.
It was some sort of luxury SUV.
Yeah, something like that. But he drunkenly hit a grandparent and the three children. Oh, sorry, three grandchildren. Sorry. And yeah. Sorry. Here. So it's Mark Muzo, 29. He was 29 at the time. Of King Township, appeared today in Newmarket, Ontario court. He's one of Canada's wealthiest families, worth 1.7 billion. So you know how this. If you haven't heard this story, you kind of already know how this story goes. But basically, yeah, drunkenly hit this one. The grandma survived. Three kids, very young, died. Grandpa died, and the parents obviously were not there. They were, grandpa and grandma were taking care of the kids. Lots of charges. I remember reading somewhere, if I'm not mistaken, that the luxury SUV in question went up in flames in the impound lot, so it made it hard to collect evidence. I think this story. So this is over. I think he's actually out, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just gonna search his name and see if he's out.
Yeah, he's out now. I mean, it's the Muzo family. They're so incredibly connected that. Not that I agree with it, but just
No, it just is what it is. We didn't do it. It's what it is. He was sentenced to 10 years behind bars after pleading guilty in 2016 to 4 counts of impaired driving causing death and 2 counts of impaired driving causing bodily harm.
Yeah. Now remember, this is 10 years, and he killed 3 people.
Yep, he killed 3. No, he killed 4 people. He
Yes,
killed
4 people.
he killed
Sorry.
3 kids
3 kids
and
and the
grandpa.
grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, lots of court proceedings. The Muzo is seeking to have the punitive damages claims dismissed. Of course they are. Events the entire weekend are relevant to the defendant's desire. So basically, yeah, he got 10 years. And I think he's fucking out now. He was granted day parole. He served just
Yeah.
over
Basically,
4 years.
yeah. So day parole basically means he got to leave jail every day
Yeah, he just had to come
for
back
the
to jail at
day
night.
and
Yeah.
had to go back at night. So he wasn't really in prison for that long.
Hmm.
He went to he got a rich people sentence.
Oh, you'll love this too. Leading up to his first parole hearing in November 2018, one fellow inmate contacted YorkRegion.com to detail how the property developer fills his days. He said since Muzo was transferred from the medium security unit to the minimum security unit at Beaver Creek Prison in Gravenhurst, he has been playing mini golf, horseshoes, and bocce. He added that Muzo frequently has barbecues with his friends and has private family visits, or PFVs, otherwise known as conjugal visits, with his fiance. That's his jail, and he's also, I'm pretty sure, not allowed to ever have a license in Canada again. Not that it matters.
No, he was banned from driving for 12 years, so he can get a license again in 3 years.
So in 3 years, this guy kills 4 people, 3 of them children. Oh, yeah, unbelievable. See, this is the thing. So that's rich people court,
he killed 3
though.
children and a grandfather. He goes to rich people jail where he plays golf and has bar. He lived in jail better than most people live on the outside.
Yeah, he lives better than us. Like, are you kidding me? Bocce and barbecues? We work. Like, we don't got time for that.
He didn't even have to pay for this, like, his room and board.
Yeah.
He basically went to a resort.
Yeah. No, it's
like
it's
just even the name of the prison, Beaver Creek.
Yeah, Beaver Creek is like a cottage club, like a country club. Excuse me. Yeah.
Beaver Creek Institution. Let me see if I can find like pictures of what this place looks like.
You know what? I said this before we started, but the thing that experiencing this story as it unfolded, being that the company I worked with was like, did work with them or something, like, it is really, really infuriating to kind of hear, I lost my fucking thought. Shit. Oh, just to see, like, knowing, oh, this is what it was. Sorry. It was to see, like, how the way that it unfolded. Like, the father of the children had guns. The police came in and took them away immediately because at first, when I said that earlier, before we started recording, I had this thought in my head, like, well, they don't want the dad to kill Mark Muzo, which, while I would rather he rots. At this point, considering he got out and nothing happened, it's like I wouldn't be shocked if the dad still holds a grudge. But holds a grudge. That is saying it completely lightly, but I think you know what I mean. But the thing that always amazes me is I have this thought in my head now that's like, wait, maybe they took it away because they knew it just wouldn't. He was never gonna go to jail for a good amount of time. Like this was never gonna go the way.
When you're done that train of thought, I implore you to go on Google Maps and do like maps view of Beaver Creek Institution and tell me it doesn't look like summer camp.
All right, we'll do that. To finish the thought, all I'm saying is that, like, it really, like, they knew from the get-go that, like, nothing was going to happen to this person. And, like, yeah, there's so much sketchy shit that, like, came out of that whole thing. All right, let's see. Beaver Creek Institution. That's a subdivision. Does that even have a fence?
It does have a fence.
Does it?
It does have a fence.
Uh-huh.
Within the fence, there is a baseball diamond.
I see it. Really?
And then just a little bit off to the right, they have their own little lake.
Do they? I see it. They also have, what is that just below the lake? I can't tell.
I have no idea.
You know what else I see? I see tennis courts or tennis court. Sorry, I don't want to be tennis court singular. That's roughing it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh, I see the mini putt. Do you see that in the center of the? There's a little mini putt.
Yeah, I do see it. You see, so right above where the baseball diamond is, do you see the soccer field with the soccer goalposts on either, or the soccer?
Oh, is that what
Yeah,
that
goalposts
is?
on either end. Yeah,
Oh, I wasn't sure what that was.
yeah, no, that's soccer.
Good. Good. That really feels bad.
And like judging by the layout here, I guess all the prisoners, if you can even call them that, are in these little sort of T-shaped buildings.
One way. Oh, okay. Sorry. Hold on. So you're looking at the baseball diamond that's like at the bottom, that's, below the lake, kind of. I'm looking at the other baseball diamond that's at the top.
Oh,
That's the minimum security side. That's why they have mini putt and not so much security.
okay. So that's the minimum. Okay, so the fenced-in area with the baseball diamond and the soccer field, that's the medium security area.
Right, the medium security area, of course.
Okay, I see.
I understand now.
So the minimum security people, they look like they do have lake access.
Of course they do. Why wouldn't they?
Wow.
Wow.
And I guess they all just live in these little
buildings,
houses in the minimum. Yeah. Like they honestly, they kind of look like little McMansions.
Yeah, they kind of do.
Like if you just showed me this picture and said, "Where is this?" I would have told you like it looks like a rich person's neighborhood a little bit north of Vaughan or something.
Yeah, I'm looking at the like close-up pictures of some of these like buildings. Yeah, this just looks like it's like a dorm, like a nice dorm.
It looks like summer camp.
Yeah. No, it's summer camp, and that guy gets to walk, right? Like he gets to go, like on day, what is it called? Day parole?
Yeah, so he got to leave summer camp every day and go do what he wanted for the day. And then he just went back there to sleep or have barbecues and play mini putt.
Well, you know what? My blood boils, but I can't change the world. But what I can say is thank fucking Christ that this gentleman does not have the kind of connections that Mark Muzo has. Or Marco, excuse me. Heaven forbid I get his fucking name wrong. That Marky Mark has. I mean, like, it's cold fucking comfort, but, like, at the very least. But then again, who knows? Our system has gone so soft in the last 10 years that it could end up being that, it go this way even if you don't have connections. So, who fucking knows? Okay, I'm sufficiently pissed off. Good. Oh, and it's in Muskoka. I just realized where the fuck Beaver Creek is.
Yeah, it is. It's literally Muskoka.
Oh my god. It's connected to the Muskoka airport. You think he has a private jet waiting there for his day parole so you could just leave?
He did have a private jet.
I don't know if called
he had a private jet at that airport, but like the story is when he got into the accident, I think he was either coming back from somewhere after being on his private jet or going to the jet to go somewhere.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Vegas. If I'm not mistaken.
I think it was on his way back.
Yeah, he was on his way back, drunk.
Yeah, so he did have a private jet.
So the private jet was probably waiting for him at Muskoka Airport to take him to Toronto every day.
Probably.
Oh.
20-minute flight.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. Okay, I'm sufficiently pissed off.
Leave jail for the day, and you can either spend the day in cottage country or you take your private jet back to Toronto.
We probably had a boat in the fucking harbor, God's sake.
Wow.
Yeah, all right.
It's like the jail at the end of Wolf of Wall Street.
It really is. It really, really is. Like, yeah. This is the way that they live, bro. If me or you did that shit, under the jail. Not
Yeah,
that I would ever do that shit.
solitary confinement.
Yeah. Not that I would ever do that shit, but, you know, not that any of us would, or not that either of us, excuse me, would do that shit, but, yep.
Yeah, whatever happens to the person that caused the accident on August 3rd, they shouldn't go to this jail. They should go to much worse jail than this one.
Oh, my dream is they go to much worse jail. What was that? Let's remember his name really quickly. Jywin. Hey, Jywin, you're going to fuck jail, dude. You're going to jail and you're getting fucked. And I hope you get fucked every night for 30 years. That's my
Gaping
optimal world.
asshole jail.
Literally pie hole asshole jail. Like, I hope that 2 burly dudes ruin your life for 30 years. Optimal world, like, you know, that's that. Minimum 15. And then you can get out on good behavior in 14. But you're going to come out like, it's like hot dog down a hallway, but you throw it goes down your mouth, out your ass, because you've just been fucked to death. That's my optimal world.
Apparently, Millhaven Institution is one of the worst jails in Canada, so hopefully he goes there.
Millhaven Institution. I really, really hope it's maximum security federal correctional facility located in Bath, Ontario.
Kingston, Ontario. So
yeah, good. Oh, it replaced Kingston Penitentiary. Okay, yeah, that one. Put him in that one, please. Optimal, just fucked nonstop. I hope your whole family has to I hope that bad things happen to your family so that you can experience a small amount of what you've done to these kids and this poor woman.
Yep. Put him in whatever the highest security wing of that prison is.
I hope that your parents end up sick and then you are not allowed to go visit them in the hospital and they pass whatever you having to see them. That's harsh, but to be honest with you, I think that nobody's going to fight me on this one. So, enjoy the rest of your life. I hope it's terrible. Is that a good way to end? This has been a depressing fucking...
I think that's a fair way. It's been a pretty somber one, but that's probably a fair way to end.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully this guy gets sent to Millhaven for 25 years.
25, 30 years, yeah. If you... we apologize, we've been a bit spotty. It's going to be a bit spotty over the next couple weeks. Just we're taking some vacations and stuff, and... You know, it's not like this is a real commitment or a full-time job for us. So we're gonna post where we can.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Said not yet anyways. Maybe one day.
Yeah. We're wait. Oh, sorry. I must have clicked on something else because Google says that Beaver Creek Institution 3.5 stars, good for visitors. Cool.
You don't say.
You don't say.
I've probably been in hotels that are shittier than that place.
I've definitely been in a hotel that's shittier than this place. Oh. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, a bit spotty over the next couple weeks, but just keep your eyes out. We'll post when we post, and we're gonna try and work on some standalone videos as time goes on. That's a bit more easy to consume. Maybe that takes off, and maybe our one listener enjoys what we're saying. I'm really sorry this is somber, but if we don't talk about it, I think we would both feel bad. Because sometimes life sucks, but we should discuss it. If and one last appeal, if you are a swimmer or you do any of this kind of stuff, and there are people right now, I'm sure there are people right now in miscellaneous discords who are telling you or telling each other that that wouldn't happen to them, or that wouldn't, that you're better than that, or that you have more skills. Listen, man, this game that they play, it's not a skill-based game. It's really not. It's reactionary. You're too young when you're doing these kinds of things to have proper timed and trained reactions for any of this kind of thing.
There really is not an appropriate age to do it.
Well, no, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying by the time that you are maybe 60, maybe you've developed the kind of skills that a race car driver has to do these kinds of things, you would probably have the brains to know that it's still not worth the risk, is all I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is this is an appeal. This is jokes aside. Don't fucking do this. It's not worth ruining both your lives and somebody else's lives. Go find some back roads. Go early in the morning. They'll be empty, and it'll be a much better experience for you. And if you don't listen, well, you can go to, what was it called? Millhaven? You can go to Millhaven too.
Yeah, you can go to buttfuck jail near Kingston.
Yeah. Tell them we sent you. All right. Till next time, follow us on Instagram. You can listen on Spotify. Peace out. Oh, that was some old shit. I shouldn't have said that.